Well, I was in Bluefield that time when Miss Colette did look in me, and then Miss Barbara did send a letter with she, and so that she is looking for me and she don't know where I is. But a little girl bring him one morning and could show Miss Colette where I is. And I said, I never did see it yet. It's the first time I see Miss Colette in Bluefield looking for me. And afterward then, little girl said, a lady come to you, a lady want to see you. And then I get out and I walk up and I speak to him. And he said, I come, he said, because Miss Barbara told him that I is the lady where all time don't refuse my language to tell people. So she come to look for me, for see that if I can tell in my language. So I consider, because I never feel so good, I never well because I was sick. But also then I tell him, well, we're going to try to see what we can do. So she was in the hotel, and she take me to the hotel one day, and she carried me upstairs and put me on a bench for sit down. And I sit down on the bench and looking out. And afterward, she come round and sit down side of me, and then talking. And afterward, she look on the super tree over the other side, one super tree and one coconut tree. So she asked me, how you call a coconut tree? And I tell him, say, how you call it in your language? I tell him, kukunok, kak. So I tell him, he said, oh yeah. He said, you think if you can try get the Rama language with me together? I tell him again, I say, well, many people come to me and get my language always, and I willingly to tell people my language. So I happy to see him that day and we get together. So then we get the language and we work in a little bit, but we never work long in Bluefield. So she said that we will work the language. I was working the language then, but I don't know to read. So he said that is not known because I is the one who have to work and you have to tell me in your words what and what and what then. So we're going to see how we're going to do the work. So well, she said she going to Managua. She going to Managua back. And I leave to Bluefield and she went to Managua back. And I stay in Bluefield because that time we were staying in Bluefield through the war. Staying in Bluefield that time.
So what do you think then? What you consider after I leave?
Well, after you leave me, and we stay 2 weeks in Bluefield. And after I went down, and I said to him, my husband, Jose, I tell him, say, you know what, I say, the lady is coming back. So I think that I will have somebody else beside me. But I don't know who I will have because we have Berta that speaking the language, but Berta no want to say nothing. So if she come back now, I have to try to see how I want to do for try do the work. So he said to me then, he said, that is your language, so you have to try to see how you want to get your language back again. Because many people tell you, say, if you lost your language, that is your right then. Your language is your right. If you lost your language, we will say we not people again because we know Rama no have language. So I feel like we not know people again because the language lost. So I never want it lost. I try to grow it back because it's my language. So I'm happy to see Colette with it now. Now we is growing the language. And I'm happy to see it. And I'm right here this evening.